Hey Libra, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Libra, what's new? What is Mercury retrograde bringing in for you that's helping you at this time? What's the action, the advice, and the outcome? Okay. Now, the new energy is showing up loud, and it's letting go. Libra, you're letting go of perhaps a relationship, a belief, a job. This could be health issues. Endings bringing in new beginnings is what I'm getting here for you. So what you don't realize is you've already let go of this old version of yourself or this role that you've played in a past story. You've stepped out of it, and now you are ready to spread your wings in a new arena or a new area of your life. We'll take a look at precisely what this is, but I see that you are embarking upon a new direction because your outcome energy, we're going to skip ahead here, but your outcome is new life. So here is the ending. Here is the new beginning. This is like the world. This is like the Fool. And so I feel like you may be in that in-between stage, right, where you're still working on closure, or you're still in the midst of goodbyes, which means you still could be thinking about this energy or this person. Perhaps you are reprogramming some new foundational beliefs that'll help you on the next leg of your journey. This is about life lessons, Libra, and you've learned. But you can see these two children on the bike, they have smiles. They're smiling from ear to ear. So if this represents the world, it's saying the world is your oyster, right? This is celebrations. This is reward. This is victory. You have accomplished a very big part of your life, or a big cycle of your life. You've completed a soul mission, or there's something here about, advancement, completions. Let's clarify, because this is great. This is showing up as new energy. And look at what we have here. King of Swords. King of Swords is air element. And I feel like this is you really stepping into action. Okay, because masculine energy, female or male, it doesn't matter, but it's taking action. And so if you've been sitting in limbo, or if you've been riding the fence about a situation, the King of Swords shows up here, which is air element, which is you, and makes up his mind, because he's all about the mind. He's all about intellect and intuitive intelligence. He's all about the power of the mind, the thoughts. And he makes decisions that are in his highest good, because he also has the experience to back him up. When this King of Swords shows up, he's very, very intelligent. He's very wise, and he's ready to share his knowledge. So some of you are being called and asked to share what you've learned, to share your story, or to help others, maybe teach, maybe heal. So Libra, you are stepping up into a very powerful position at this time within yourself. And you see all the books behind him. You have acquired a lot of knowledge. When we see world energy, and that is the major arcana that was in my mind's eye as I created this card here, is the world. And so that means you've gone through the Fool's journey. You've completed a cycle here. So you have learned valuable lessons that are important, that your soul is now able to grow, move on, and expand. There's expansion here, expanding your horizons. This could be traveling to new lands. It can be taking what you've learned and applying it to your careers, to your relationships, to your health as well. Spirit, can we get one more for the new, for letting go, liberation, freedom? Yeah, what's new coming in here? Is there something about freeing yourself, freeing your thoughts? Some of you may have had a thought pattern or a thought transformation. It's like the thoughts that you once were conditioned to believe, you could be letting go of and shattering an illusion, freeing yourself from the confinements of a specific belief system that no longer serves you, and you are taking a new approach, new direction, or you're expanding upon this belief system. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, something that had confined you, just as we said here. So you see on the Four of Pentacles, there are chains on the door. So if you were restricted in any way, some of you may have been dealing with a King of Swords in reverse, because I'm getting a little bit of the shadow aspect. If this is yourself, it could have been beliefs that you hung on to very strongly and they were actually holding you back. And if this is someone else, Aquarian energy, it could be Gemini or Libra as well, but someone who may have been very manipulative, very narcissistic, very abusive or controlling, right? Very dominant. King of Swords in reverse isn't fun. They're a know-it-all. They think they know best for everyone at times, but they don't apply intuitive intelligence to it. And I feel like that could be you're breaking out of that mold, that boss energy. Could have been a boss or a partnership or even a father who maybe wasn't there. Maybe it was closed down, maybe even incarcerated in some way, shape, or form, maybe crossed over at a young age, or they were emotionally or physically absent because of the chains being locked. I feel like you are rising above here, and this is a big energy. I mean, I absolutely love this for you. Even though it's showing up as the new, it may take you by surprise. Yeah, it may take you by surprise. You're like, wow, am I really free from this? Can I really expand? Do I have what it takes to grow my pentacles? Yeah, you do. Yes, you do, Libra. What's Mercury retrograde bringing up for you at this time that's helping you towards this new life? It's helping you tune into your own intuition, okay, which is very, very strong, Libra. You're highly intuitive. You're highly spiritual, but sometimes you second guess because what gets in the way? Your own thoughts. King of Swords. We tend to second guess. Right? We tend to talk ourselves out of situations or say, is that my thinking or is that my intuition? And it may leave you feeling more confused than ever, going down the rabbit hole of the mind. But there's synchronicities that you just cannot miss. And this Mercury retrograde is bringing about a lot of synchronistic meetings, events, signs, numbers. It's about awareness, Libra, and that is what you are embodying, is awareness, being present, being here in the now. And you may be meditating more. Some of you are getting out in nature. The way I meditate is I get on the paddleboard and I go out on a lake where nobody's at, right? And I go out there and I get in touch, in tune with nature, and we all are one, right? And so if you are not the type that, is hand on the knees and the whole meditation pose, get out in nature, do walking meditations, connect with your divinity, with your divine self, because you have access anywhere, any place, any time. You can't miss the signs. They're showing up here, and your inner knowing is very much aware that there is a massive closure or ending that is bringing in this brand new beginning. Let's clarify intuition. Spirit, what do we have for intuition, which is the High Priestess in Tarot? So what do we have here? We have the Page of Swords. So another sword. This is you. This is you being curious about your intuition and letting your curiosities expand more. So what you're curious about is actually your intuition saying, discover, expand, open up, right? Rediscover even. And then we have the Lovers. Ooh, Gemini energy here. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini. Gemini season could be significant for you. I'm also getting your intuition around a love matter is correct. If you're curious about someone, okay, I feel like you might be challenged by some beliefs or by some sort of confinement that you at one point were in. It was restricting, and there may be a belief of, I'm going to be by myself because it's easier that way, or I like having my space, or last time I followed my heart, it led me astray. I was left brokenhearted. There was disarray. I feel like you're telling yourself a new story. You're saying, yes, that happened, but I have to be flexible and trust my intuition on this because I'm a soul having a human experience, and those human experiences can be painful because it's part of my growth, my evolution. It's part of me waking up to the whole of who I am, and who I am is a divine, loving being who wants to connect, right? Who is not going to be limited by the beliefs and the conditions or the past experiences. And Libra, that's what your intuition is telling you. Don't be afraid to start fresh, start anew. Keep your heart open, chase your dreams, open up to new love, new relationships, passion projects, right? It's about finding balance in your world and allowing your heart to lead the way. Okay, and to stay curious and not feel like you know how the story is going to end, because that's your mind. Your intuition is saying, if we think we know how the story is going to end, that is futuristic, which does not exist, which means, in fact, we are not listening to our intuition, because that could be completely different at a later time. All you need to do is focus on being here right now, in the moment. That's what your intuition is. Okay? Now, I feel like there is a love situation coming in for you, Libra. There is something you're going to absolutely love. This is a divine partnership. This is a project, something you're very curious about. What's the action? The action is Wanderlust, baby. Wanderlust. Wander outside your comfort zone. Wander a little bit further. I do this each and every time I go out on the lake. I'm such a water baby. Even though I'm a Libra sun, I have a zillion placements of Scorpio in my chart. And I go a little bit further or take a new path, and it's exciting and it's thrilling and adventurous and sometimes a little scary because you don't know where you're going to end up or what's ahead. But you are meant to expand. You're meant to go a little bit further. Taking a business idea a little bit further, a relationship a little bit further. Don't be afraid to explore and expand and discover, and take that wanderlust with you. Because when you open up to the idea of what else might be possible, or what's around the corner, right? Instead of being fearful and staying in one spot, which may have been where you've been in the past because of this Four of Pentacles, you may have shut down in some way, shape, or form, and maybe you needed to do that to heal. That's okay. But don't stay in that energy your whole life, right? And that's why you are opening up and saying, maybe it is okay to move. Maybe I want to go travel. Maybe I want to be in, this relationship. Maybe it's long distance. Maybe it's not forever. You're opening up to expansion. And you know what your advice here is as well? Is flexibility. Okay, we have flexibility showing up. Let's see, we have the new, we have Mercury, we have the action, and the advice is flexibility. Okay, so Spirit is saying stay open-minded. Now, we're going to clarify the Wanderlust. I'm jumping one step ahead. And sometimes, Libra, you do that as well. You jump a step ahead and you get so excited, right? But sometimes we need to back it up a little bit and wrap it up, finish it up. Wanderlust as the action. This can be travel, gypsy soul, expeditions, tourism, right? Expansion of target market, thinking outside the box, applying for jobs that you wouldn't normally apply for, going back to school, that's something, something you were curious about, but perhaps you never thought would be ideal. Maybe it's dating someone that is outside of your norm. It could be traveling to a place you've never been before, eating at a new restaurant you've never been, vacationing, backpacking. You could be traveling here in the month of August or planning travel for the near future. Spirit, can we clarify the action, please? The Page of Wands. Yeah, look at all this page energy. Now, sometimes pages get a bad rap because they can be naive and they don't know tons. But because you have the King of Swords followed by all the books, you know what I see happening here is you're taking the knowledge, you're taking what you've learned, and it's actually helping you expand in brand new directions. It's helping you open yourself up to new belief systems. This is about messages as well. Some of you're going to be connecting with and talking to new people or a new person. You could be, there's the Page of Wands. Didn't we say the Page of Wands and Page of Swords in the beginning of your reading? I thought we said both of those pages. Maybe that was Virgo. But Page of Wands is a student. He's curious. He is full of passion, full of eager, full of enthusiasm. This can be an opportunity for growth and for expansion. And that's exactly what the action is for you, is to stay open to these new things that come in for you. We see the map. There's something with a map, something with travel or new direction, new location, movement, a move, photography, taking notes. Don't be afraid to take notes. Some of you could be traveling by air. I'm also seeing a new perspective with the sunglasses here. And then the watch. There's something with timing. Spirit, can we get a timing card? What do we have for timing here with the watch? June. Okay, something that you have worked with, the energy, or it could be a relationship or an offer, something in June I feel is expanding. And I don't feel like this is June of 2025. I feel like this is 2024, just a couple months ago, right? Something that you've set into motion in June is actually expanding upon in August. Okay, Libra, I like it. Bottom of the deck, allow things to come. Now you are in that receptive energy of, receiving the blessings, receiving offers, receiving invitations, receiving news and messages showing up here. So some of you could have even traveled in the month of June. And I'm also hearing that there will be travel in the future. And that, let's see when. Let's get for travel. What do we have for travel, please? Travel in the future, in the fall. Okay. So for some of you, this could be a birthday trip. Depending on, if you live in the northern or southern hemisphere of the world. But here in the northern hemisphere, fall lands around, I think it's September 22nd is the first day of fall. And this is the time to travel. So some of you are definitely going to plan or book a trip, or there is something really exciting happening for you around expansion. Oh, I love this, Libra. Let's get one more card for Wanderlust. What do we have for Libra? Wanderlust. Okay, we have the World. I knew that World would show up at one point or another. The World, again, the world is your oyster. Celebrations. It's closure here. It is accomplishments, happy ending, and a sense of success, fulfillment, and wholeness. It's also world travel, which we see with Wanderlust. So some of you are, you're slaying it. Ace of Wands, and you have the Page of Wands. You're taking on a brand new gift. You're saying yes to this gift. You're saying, I'm going to chase these dreams and these passions and inspirations. I've set goals for myself and I'm reinventing my path, right? I'm reinventing myself from the inside out, Libra. And a lot of you already have been doing that. And that is what's allowing you to spread your wings and soar. Victory wreath here. Hummingbirds could be significant. Salamanders. Some of you could be visiting Ireland, or there's a connection with maybe the Fae or the elementals or nature spirits. Some of you, greenery, plants, flowers, herbs, nature, Mother Earth. Okay, some of you may also be reaching new heights in your career, maybe growing internationally or globally. You could be reaching people on a global level, or you're expanding your target market in some way, shape, or form. You could be in hospitality industry, Airbnb, real estate. You could be an influencer. You may be into travel of some sort, a photographer. You may work with travel. Whatever your passions are, Libra, I mean, you have the opportunity to grow. But the advice here is stay flexible. There are divine detours that show up all the time. That's okay, because remember what I said about the intuition and potentially the ego. We don't need to know 20 years. Yes, it's good to plan and prepare. I'm a huge planner. I'm a huge preparer. But it is so much more important to stay present in the moment, because that's all we have. That's all we're guaranteed. But be flexible in how these things show up and be flexible in how you perceive them. This is about change, adapting to new energies, to new people, to new beliefs, Libra. This is new ideas, expansion, movement, yoga, flow, the flow of life. Because there may have been resistance in the past. You may have been resisting an ending. You may have been resisting reprogramming a new belief. But you're letting go of whatever that struggle or whatever you had held back on, whatever you had closed yourself out of for the time being in order for you to heal or evolve in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe you just didn't have access to it, or it wasn't meant for you in some way. Flexibility. What's the advice here? Flexibility. We have temperance. Patience, Libra. Patience is key. You've also really learned how to temper your emotions or be flexible with your emotions. Don't shut yourself down. Sometimes that King of Swords in reverse, he can be a little aloof. He can go cold. Okay. When it's partnered up with the Four of Pentacles, oh boy, he can withhold affection because he's been hurt. It's a protection mechanism, right? Because you have the Lovers here, keep that heart open. Because something is manifesting. Look at that. You have the 8. Right there. The 8 is the infinity symbol. It's right there on the Temperance card. We are in an 8-month and an 8-year with the 8-8 portal coming in. And this is Sag energy. It's about compromise, self-control, and blending of energies. And that's what you're good at, Libra. You're a wonderful blender. You're able to see both sides of situations. You're able to find solace in duality even. You're able to be able to pick up on energies over here and over here. You know what's right for you and you know what's not. Even though Libras get the bad rap of indecisiveness, it's you wanting to weigh the options. And there's nothing wrong with weighing up options or taking a look at both sides where maybe regular, I don't want to say regular people, but non-Libras, right? Or that don't have as strong of Libran placements. Maybe there's just one way of going about things and then they make the decision. So it may feel like they, they're quicker at it, but Libras have more than one option. They know that. I mean, we all do, but you want to see both sides of the situation. And that's what I see Temperance showing here, is saying, I can take my sweet time if I want, but at the same time, you're going to be flexible within this. You're going to choose what is best for you and what resonates with you the most. You also have the Temperance angels on your side. You are highly gifted, Libra. You're highly spiritual. What else do we have for flexibility? Six of Swords. Yeah, you know what's working and what's not. You know when to get out of Dodge, even though you may sit with it for a bit because you really want it to work. You have such a beautiful heart. You are ruled by Venus. Your chakra is the heart chakra. And you are being guided to try a new path, one that aligns with you, one that feels more safe, more secure. And you're on this spiritual transition or journey to something better. And it does require your patience along the way and your flexibility, because your outcome is new life. Your outcome is massive transformations, big changes that do lead to brand new beginnings, reset, rebirth, fresh starts, growth, and a new journey, a new path, a new way of living, a new way of being. Spirit, can we please clarify the new life for Libra? New life for Libra. What's this new life consist of for Libra? Three of Pentacles. Beautiful. Some of you are in a 3 personal year. I actually am in a 3 personal year. When you add up your birthday, month, and 2024, if you're not familiar with personal years, look into it. You are shaking the foundation upon which you were taught. Okay, there is a foundational shift with the Tower. The Tower is a revelation that offers freedom. And that's what you're going through with the letting go, the World, and the Fool. And in the midst of it, you are awakening. There's a new belief system. Yes, the Tower can be something that is an unexpected change or a surprise. But what I'm picking up on is there's a belief system that's being shattered of the old to make way for the new here. Because the 3 of Pentacles is teamwork. And maybe some of you Librans were only children, or you were ostracized, cast aside of your family group, your family of origin. Maybe you've been abandoned in some way, shape, or form, or you felt like you were doing all the work in relationships and it felt very one-sided, but you're coming to a point where you're saying, even though that has been my story, it doesn't have to be my ending. And you're letting go of that, and it's shaking up everything. And you're calling in and attracting this teamwork, this partnership, this tribe, this connection here on earth that perhaps you've never had before. This can be a sense of family, right? Or a sense of community. It's soul tribe, right? It's huge. It's magical. It's divine. It's everyone working together for the greater good. Spirit, can we get one more card regarding the Tower, the 3 of Pentacles with new life? Okay, thank you. All right, there it is. We have the 7 of Wands, healthy boundaries, right? Healthy boundaries are important here for you. Speaking up, it is non-conforming as well. Defending yourself, protecting what you've created, going the distance, and living life on your terms. And it doesn't mean in a selfish way, but it means your terms may finally be for you, where maybe in the past you were a people pleaser, or you lived on other people's terms, other people's time, other people's demands. Libra, you're saying, this is for me. This is my life. I'm doing this for me. And people can think that's selfish all they want, but it's my turn. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is you're non-conforming. 7 of Pentacles says that you are only going to invest in relationships, in careers, in conversation, even in health, whatever it is that fuels your soul. 7 of Pentacles is assessing and evaluating. It is, a return on your investment. But if you are not seeing an investment in any area of your life, I feel like you're checking in with your intuition and you're saying, okay, do I let go of this? Or do I approach it from a new point of view where I can see a return on my investment? So there is a divine detour taking place. And I feel for some of you, you've been investing in a belief system that hasn't been working. Okay. Or you've been investing in a job or a relationship or something that, it's no longer needed or required, because you now have the knowledge that you need, or you've done the healing. You can open up to something. You can open your heart to something here. because your outcome is the Two of Cups. This is partnerships. This is attraction, law of attraction, soulmate energy. You've healed the past trauma. You've healed some sort of separation or rejection or abandonment. Some of you weren't willing to let love in the past because you were too fearful that you were going to get shoved into a corner. Some of you weren't willing to let love in because you felt pressure from all angles. At one point, you felt on guard. You felt like you were walking on eggshells. And I feel in order for you to embrace this new life, it requires you to choose you. And that is when this Two of Cups energy is fully activated. Okay, it may even be healing codependent dynamics. It could be healing from a divine masculine, okay? Or it could be you embracing in your own, masculinity. We have both in feminine and masculine in all of us. All right, Libra, your reading's a little longer, but let's get your final message here. Final message for Libra. We have soul yes, we have forgiveness, and we have step into the unknown. Oh, I love this. Libra, only say yes when it feels like a soul yes. Trust, intuition, trust that your body will guide you in making decisions. Your body will feel expansive, light, and relieved. Trust yourself. Our body is our vehicle, our vessel, our best friend, our helper here on earth. Trust it. It's not going to lead you astray. Okay? Trust what it's telling you. Forgiveness. Everyone is doing the best they can with what they know, including yourself. You are not defined by your past. Forgive yourself and others. It sets you free. It sets you free. And maybe that's part of the letting go. This big letting go and this King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles could be you forgiving someone or yourself. And lastly, step into the unknown. It's time to trust in the unknown. Have courage and be brave in this next shift. Hello, Leo energy, right? Bravery and courage. Trust that you know what is the next best step to take and to take it. Remember your action is teamwork. Remember Wanderlust, expansive energy, and your advice is to stay flexible and to embrace the unknown. And your intuition is here. Mercury retrograde is bringing this up for you at this time to truly trust in your intuition, paying attention to your dreams as well. Your dreams, you're receiving a lot of messages through your dreams, Libra. And some of those messages through your dreams or through your meditations are giving you insight into this new life. That is what I have for you, beautiful Librans. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the message, hit the thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.